Conversations within. See, I'm not a black girl. I'm not the average black girl. I never learned to do my hair at the age of 9. Never had that strong girl. Growing up in a harsh world, mother-daughter bonding sesh. Never understood how to deal with those black girls that envied my hair simply because mine flowed down towards my chest. Or got reminded that I sold out on the black power. And because I got that nice hair treatment, oh, I must think I'm something special. Let me let that taboo to rest. Yes, you caught me. The cat's out the bag. My cards have called bluff, so I'm about to Stormzy and I'm about to rise up. I questioned this question only recently to myself, and I had to Michelle Obama my existence to see what I was becoming. I questioned my family, authoring the author. Do I have a rich dad or a poor dad? And while my black dad answered me assertively, feeding me chicken noodle soup for my soul, he said, your mum is mixed race, that's how I call her, but we're all born in London natives. We all dade into discussion around how race and class can really ruin an empire. However, I was reminded that a person of colour, whatever the makeup, I must still blush, but not blend in. I have to bring the game twice as harder, so I rolled up my sleeves and silenced the haters of my bow and arrow, watching out for those praying eyes as I harp a lead into my existence. I learned to kill those mockingbirds. Irony is, I was laughing first and last, educating to silence those beakers. Tell Tracy her words can never put me in a dumping ground. See, I used the power of artistry to engage in this conversation, and I flipped the perception around as I calmly profound. I never learned a cane rope, so I used to use different colour elastic bands to give the illusion I had braids. And you know I did that so damn proud. But turning up to school with your hair in 4 plaits with no straight parting, cause your mum couldn't even barely manage that. Highlighted the harsh reality that them girls, them black girls, and I, yeah, we were never the same. Finding comfort in black women that attempted to teach me how to see what others see in me when they judged upon me. Why? See, naivety supposedly allowed me never to see colour as an issue. I never knew what a person of colour really meant. I guess I chose not to define me. My purpose nor my soul defiance, which held weight in itself, I carried on my shoulders, which meant I had to bench press, as I never had to condition myself that I was in a non-black environment. I had to turn down my blackness and learn to blend in and keep quiet. I was never told by my black mother that the ways to play the game. I lashed back and made it clear it was because my mother was never black, man, so excuse my Mallory while I noughts and cross this. The reality was that the black side of my mother was absent when her father was, when she was a child growing up, and therefore her white mother is a point of calling. See, my mother is half of the black mother I never had, but she never once dared to proclaim or remind me how to keep myself in check or to nod in unison and not to dare to complain. I just knew how to be me. A non-black girl but a non-sellout either. An African girl I am, newsflash, who has never been to Nigeria. A Jamaican girl I am that hasn't thought to visit back home, but because I haven't chosen to visit my mother's land doesn't mean that I self-loathe. Because the home is where the heart is, and mum places the heart in me as a mixed race woman of colour who never wanted my face to define me. So I still question, I ponder to think to myself, do I need to declare my roots enough to feel the underbelly of this mediocrity society? Oh, my eyes have been blinded, but I take accountability like the eye in sin. You know I ain't since tried to ride the tide, not figuratively hanging on to the tide. Yes, I might, so I might see myself as a queen to another brother, yet how really different am I to another brother? Perception needs inspection. I really think I mostly mutter, because it's only your eyes that you see out of. So how do you falsely proclaim another mirror to be world of dirty simply because they've chosen not to put the lights on yet? Don't you know it's daylight saving time? So I flash those dimples in a moment to dodge perception and bide some time. I exhaust my confidence like an icebreaker, breaking judgments while breaking ice as I wait for the convo started to start, as it creates a rhythm for my blood to boil upon. The question is pop like a cherry as the question now becomes intimate. When I know, they know that I know, they thought it all along, so tell me, Nay, where are you really from? And I prepare my response in order with the greatest ordeal, ready for the ignorance to echo into this mad percussion. So I tap my finger on my heartbeat, smile that smile before I start to delve deep. I exhale and inhale, close my eyes and put it onto size 30 word identity. And restart that convo within. See, I'm not a black girl, and here I am again. And so I begin. Thank you.